Art book is a kind of, it's a piece of art, but totally for our publications, for the publishing house that we are part of. I am part of that. I don't know, I always try to find a sponsor for the works. Sometimes it happens, sometimes no, we have to pay. Sometimes I'm zero. But I can change my lifestyle because at the end I'm an artist.
Especially when I was, younger and looking for work, maybe people with less of an income or are not serious art collectors still want to engage with art. So Artist Books has always been this really good way to artwork in a very kind of like accessible medium, in a way that lots of people can engage with.
The book is my gallery. The whole process of design and making book is part of my work. So how you bind it, how you fold paper, they are all important and they all make together the installation. As I always try to make a story in my books. I'm a nature girl. I go to mountain every weekend, and there is a mountain in north of Tehran that I wish to be there, but I was in my ordinary life. So I took all of them with my cell phone. When you are down there in the city and looking up there, and when you are up there going hiking. I took all of them, but in the other side you can see the photos that I took. I tried to make a mirror viewpoint. I really like to participate in art book fairs because you are in connection with your audience. When you are sitting over there and look, people come and turn the page of your books and find the cues that you put there, and they find them, you're like, yes.
You're lucky because it seems like young people in Beijing really care about art books. It was so good to see that response, and I don't think that's the case everywhere. Yeah, that was actually interesting because I brought a lot of books that I kind of didn't know what was going to work well and what was going to, not really be that interesting to the Chinese audience. So I tried to bring sort of a bit of everything that we distribute, particularly kind of like the Arabic-heavy books. We're actually kind of the last ones to go. The American audience has an interesting relationship to the Arabic language, and we're dealing kind of with a culture that reads pictorial language, and has calligraphy traditions, and I just didn't seem to be that interesting to the Chinese audience. It was more like the photo books, graphic books that seemed to do better. The visual quality of Arabic it almost doesn't have the same significance here. I think my project is very interested in kind of like the relationship between North America and the Middle East. So it's just interesting to start thinking about like what the dialogue is between kind of Middle East, East Asia.
So we try to find who is working to collect art books in Iran, to present them in art book fairs. Now we just presenting Bon-Gah, but after art book, Bon Art Book Fair, we can present Iranian art books.
I think at the core of our project is like it's a cross-cultural dialogue. So we'll bring some books someplace, and I'm sort of interested in what happens when the books we bring start circulating around Beijing, and what's the results? I think like the development is happening in different ways and from different interests. It would be interesting to think about like what the strengths are in each place, and how can we start feeding off of each other and maybe you know, creating some kind of like larger network where everyone is kind of like the best at what they do or something like that.